In the turn of the mid-19th century, rock was uniform, but one band changed it all. Oboe Rock, colon, the Leviticus Finklestein story.
Steve Ike Leviticus was born in a rather small motel in Cherokee, Alabama. Unfortunately, times were hard as it was the rise of the Dust Bowl. Leviticus had an extremely rough childhood filled with dangerous illnesses.
Hey, at age 13, little Stevie Hyman.
Steve Leviticus?
Oh yeah, him too. Yeah, they diagnosed him with vesicular basalt.
Don't you mean Tracy's disease?
Yeah, that too. But the doctors told him it was curable. Dr. Spaulding told him he'd live for 80 years. So it wasn't much of a problem.
Steve Leviticus was a very good student and a very good musician.
Many people enjoyed spending time with Steve. Some of his friends even made memorable pins for him after they could no longer dwell in his presence.
Steve Leviticus was a very good guy. I liked him very much.
Yes, most people really liked Leviticus, but the thing that got him famous was his oboe playing.
Steve Leviticus was great at the oboe.
Taylor Finklestein was born in a rather large apartment in New York, New York. He had an extremely pampered childhood filled with many opportunities. Unfortunately, he was not the sharpest toothbrush in a bucket of loose change. Luckily, he had one talent, the oboe.
He was a really wacky kid. Sometimes he came to school in his underwear. He wore a helmet that didn't have any holes. He wore his hat on his shoe. He wore gloves on his nose. He was a good musician, though. He was really good at the oboe.
He's a very poor student.
Different people had different views of Taylor. Most people disliked Finklestein.
Taylor Finklestein hits babies.
Others grew to like him.
Taylor Finklestein is awesome.
Taylor Finklestein got into some rough nuggets in his later years. In his 20s, he was part of a gang. He stole, killed, and even took candy from babies. At age 26, Finklestein was shot in the leg during a bank robbery. Afraid of being judged by his former cohorts, Finklestein slinked away to the nearest arcade.
He gambles his life away.
He met Leviticus at this arcade. In later years, Leviticus and Finklestein formed the Oboe Rock band called Oboism. When they got signed onto Google Horn Records, their band name was changed to Oboe Rock.